Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we'll have to watch the guys up front. The Ravens are top 10 in total sacks, and they'll be up against the Dolphins' offensive line that wants to shut that down.
Larry, we are coming to you from the heart of Baltimore, nestled between Russell Street and I-395. We're at M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Miami Dolphins. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's second and long.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green. No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. Gun. Detroit. Detroit. Gun. Detroit.
From the shotgun, Cutler. And he's got some space here. And he slides to avoid the hit. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll lead here to a third down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6.
All right, here we go. Clean. Watch it now, Barney. Over.
Time running out here on the play clock. On third down, Cutler. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now a play fake here on first down. Flush to his right. His throw incomplete. The veteran Jeremy Maclin was the intended target. And now it's second down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Second down here after the incomplete pass.
Now let's go. Blue 90.
On the ground, the first carry for Ryan Matthews. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. So second down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on third. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, it makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. Now they try the right side here. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Steps away to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Now a handoff looking right. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
On second down, Ryan Matthews. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Detroit! Detroit! Back 99 Philly, here we go. All right, now, look at 56. All right, here we go.
From the gun, here's Hill. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. William Hayes coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll begin the drive with a Ajayi. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They run again with Ajayi. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Here's Ajayi. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. That's now 4 tackles for loss if you add the 3 he had last week to the 1 here in the first quarter.
And some of it comes from vision. And when you're playing defensive end, especially with those teams that want to take their D-ends and move them out a little bit wider so they can see into the offensive backfield, they can see things develop, able to make plays, then they use their athletic ability to take over and spill them.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. Now they'll look to throw it with Cutler. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Here's Cutler to throw. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. It's the rookie from Alabama, Marlon Humphrey. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Here's Hill now after the interception. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Andre Branch in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Here's Hill now on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. On the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And to give this time to the tailback. Oh, now he bowls him over. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Ryan Matthews, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are in for 6. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Got a little antsy there from his Mike linebacker position.
Partner, there's times you think you've timed up the quarterback's cadence. You think you've got a read on it. He might have thought it on that play. He was wrong.
No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now Cutler to throw on 2nd down. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he's able to get up here to the 26. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Cutler. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Matt Darr now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Campanaro on the return. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. On 1st down, Hill. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Jordan Phillips continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw on 2nd down is Hill. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Andre Branch in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Shotgun snap for Hill. He's going to look deep down the field. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Taken in at the 22. He won't go down. Might have needed just one more block as it stands. 37-yard return. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position. 1st and 10. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
On second down, here's Cutler. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Cutler. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And possession will change here with very little time remaining until halftime. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Hill on first down. Throw right side taken in by Wallace. And he's got room. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mike Wallace in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Jakeem Grant now to return. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. Got some room at the 30. Jay Ajayi's going to go. The 40. The 20, 10, and he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Now Hill looking to throw on first. Quick slant, that's caught by the veteran Macklin. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there, good for a Raven first. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. To throw is Hill. He finds an opening past the 40. He's got a man wide open. It's Macklin. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield. midfield to the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kiko Alonso. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They run with Ajayi, and only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Well, he appears well on his way to another big game. And you remember 2016, partner. He became just the 4th player in NFL history to have 3 200-yard rushing games in a season.
2 of them were back-to-back. Steelers in Week 6, Bills in Week 7. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Now it's Cutler. Over to Landry on the bubble screen. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
They try the 50-yarder and miss it, and now this offense has it 1st and 10 at the 40. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. And 10, Hill. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Hill looks to throw, being chased out left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. William Hayes in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now Hill. Quick hitch complete. It's Wallace. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him. The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
Now it's a giant. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on 3rd down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down.
Here we go.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield. Now Cutler on 3rd and long. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. And he'll give it here to his running back. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Ryan Matthews with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tucker now to add the point after. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is taken down deep in Baltimore territory. A big play that time for the Dolphins. 61 yards. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now Cutler. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And the return will stop him well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. They begin the drive with Ryan Matthews. And shedding through the tackle. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play that time for the Ravens. 83 yards. Here comes the D swarming to the line. They come out here in the I. And the offense in a great spot. It's 1st and goal from the 3. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Ryan Matthews, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Ravens turn that interception into a touchdown. Tucker now for the extra point. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
This is Ajayi. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. Nifty move. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Now Cutler. Dancing to his left. And an alley to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. A Miami 1st down on the 14-yard pickup.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 46-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. And they give this time to the tailback. And he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, as the defense rallies quickly after the nice move. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
He's had a big game tonight, and while no one's going to be overly concerned about that last play, you also know that the offense coordinator does not want to see that happen again. They want to get back to doing what they've been doing all game long.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And a short gain down to about the 33. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. Now it's Andrew Franks on for Miami. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And Frank's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. All right, so it's getting late in this one. Now, you could argue that they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but they still face a pretty uphill battle.
Yeah, even with the field goal here, it's going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns now to get back in it. And that's going to be a tall order against this defense.
And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Airing one out from Macklin, deep downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Hill. And that is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. First and 10, it's Cutler. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Tim Williams in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Second down, Cutler. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the rookie from Alabama, Marlon Humphrey. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes, because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
No, check, Patriot. All right, now, lucky 56. Check. All right, now, lucky 56.
On first down, it's Cutler. And this is complete on the comebacker. It's Landry. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Fresh set of downs here. To throw, Cutler. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Cutler. Forced out to his left. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the rookie from Alabama, Marlon Humphrey. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Good gain there on first down. It keeps him in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front. Good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. The Ravens on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. The first carry for the vet, Danny Woodhead. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. Here's Sam Cook now. He's been terrific so far. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Taken in at the 11. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And possession will change here with very little time remaining in this contest. They'll start out on the ground with a Ajayi. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. Ajayi, first down and more. And Ajayi's going to go. He's at the 30. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. One last shot for Cutler. And that's caught for the additional 2 points. It'll only matter to the final scoreline, and that is the final act of this game. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Ravens, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Miami, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll be at home for one next week against the Oakland Raiders. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.